Are you ready to let out a big old roar, Leo? I know that maybe that was corny. I don't care. Listen, you are free. You are liberated. The astrology has given you a break, okay? A sense of, and you know, relief in the self is now giving you this energy to basically take chances that you may not have taken before, to like kind of look at yourself, especially your health, especially your body awareness, not body, yeah, body consciousness, body awareness, trying new things, enjoying new things, allowing yourself to kind of like feel, I don't know, almost like feel your oats a little bit, Leo. There is a sense of showing your teeth right now, showing your claws right now. This awareness of what it is, these underlying desires, and not being afraid to act upon them and go for them. And honestly, I don't know, a lot of energy is still happening in your 6th house, 7th house, and 8th house, which could really start to transition and shift the way that people see you and the people that you attract to you, or even the people that you want to be with, how you position people in your lives, you know, where you place them. This is really like, in other words, it's almost like a power trip energy, if you will, because this is a time when you can finally, like, it's like the fog has cleared, right? It's all that crap isn't being dumped on you, and there was a lot of kind of clusterfuck energy around you, and now there's not. So it makes sense that you are feeling good enough and feeling bold enough. I just hope that the feeling of bold enough doesn't land you into doing something not stupid, but something that you will be. This is what I want you to pay attention to. Something that you will be obligated to for, like, in the long term. You know, it's not gonna happen overnight. So this is a good time to catalyze something that, yeah, is a long-term campaign, kind of. You know, that energy of, I'm gonna be devoted to it. I ain't going nowhere. I'm not gonna let up on this. You know, and allow yourself to sort of explore yourself and get out of your own way, and allow yourself to not be afraid of what you used to maybe dislike, or be afraid of showing other people, right? There's that sense of really owning or having taking possession of those secrets about you, or those darker parts of you that you found the power to. It's like you've tapped into those powers. I'm not saying that every Leo is going out there being crazy. I think that this is definitely a time for, like a lot of people, self-discovery. But you have to do this tactily. You have to do this tangibly. You're a fixed sign. You need the tactile input. You need the tactile feedback. This can't just be fucking conceptual. This can't be you living through others. It has to be you out there feeling it on the streets, beating those streets. That's what it has to be. And there's kind of a real, like, coming of age in some way. Maybe things that you have never gotten to do, you had never gotten to try. Maybe you were never allowed to even think that way. And now you are. Now you are, and you're so in people's face about it. It's like, go fuck yourself, you know? So Leo, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. I've just given you the astrology, so we're going to get right into the cards. Please remember that this video is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. It's an energy reading, so I'm going to just channel energy through the cards so that you'll know what you're dealing with. There's always an extended reading that I hope you join me for. That link is below. I offer Unbound memberships now so that you can get unlimited access to all the extendeds for one low monthly cost, as well as other perks like 2 or more sessions with me live, where I'll answer any tarot card questions you have that are members only, so it's more private. And we got a great group of people on there too. That's a great tribe right there. So I hope that you'll join that, and a lot of other perks too. So please do join the Unbound membership. And remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Leo comes out every single Friday. Let's get into the cards. Where are we? Yeah. I just feel like there's an energy about you. It's simultaneous with a vulnerability. So you've reached this point in your life by being vulnerable and by feeling the weakness and feeling how it felt to be just completely brokenhearted and completely broken, and find your way back from that place. And now, yeah, you're walking on shaky legs, but in some ways, it's that shakiness that is your greatest fucking power, because you know how precious life is. So let's dig in. Let's dig in. It's almost like, Leo, you don't want perfection. You don't want it. You want to be completely and totally embraced on your shaky legs. And that's real confidence, right? It's real truly loving yourself. Watch and wait. So you're waiting for something, you're looking for something. This is Piscean season. So maybe you're just trying to, like, I don't know, step back from something, see what happens, check out the emotions of things, see what manifests. Okay, so there is something that you're waiting for, okay, or somebody's waiting for you. Maybe somebody's looking at how you act, looking at how you behave. It's not necessarily judgments, it's clarity. Like let the fog clear and lift and let me see where Leo's at. But there could be a Pisces in your life that's playing a very prominent role right now. And then we have life is speeding up. So for you, happy birthday, Dagani, you're just jumping the fuck in. Right? You've gotten right down to it, hit the ground running. This is Gemini energy, communications. Maybe you're flying out with those communications. You're putting forth press releases. I don't know, y'all Leo, so you might be doing that shit. And you're just going all for it. You're just going off for it. You know, this Piscean energy is legit, like, I have these ideas and I'm laying them all out there. I'm putting them all out there, and we're going to see where they go. We're going to see what happens to them. There's a lot of opportunity coming to you. I got that last week, and I think that that's still very, very real right now for you, Leo. So ultimately, there is I'm just going to put it all out. It's almost like casting out a lot of fishing lines and seeing which one bites, where the biggest opportunity is. And yeah, you out there catching big fish. This is a whale, goddammit. Trust the great mystery. You're going with the flow. There's a little bit of heartbreak to you too. There's a heartbreak to you that's actually fueling you and that you actually love right now. You love the feeling of the tear-stained face and letting the wind on your face dry it. You're just like, I've never felt so fucking alive, and I'm just going to jump into this moment. I don't know what just happened, but ultimately there was a real sense of transitioning into another phase of who you're going to be or who you're going to discover yourself to be. There are communications that you're diving into. There are opportunities that you're diving into. I don't know. There may be a Gemini that you're diving into. Let me know in the comments below. And definitely timestamp it. Let me know where in the reading you most resonated. That would be great for you to tell me. Leave me in the comments below. Let me know. Trust in divine detours, and there is always enough. More Piscean energy. This is all about the Piscean moment right here. You're not making plans. I don't think you want to make plans. The power of now is everything that you're living in, and you're really embracing that concept. Trust in divine detours is Sagittarius energy. But in other words, you could be exploring foreign countries, foreign lands, traveling a lot, just diving into stuff that you have never experienced before, diving into the unknown, and trusting it. You want to just like devour life right now. It's almost like the relief of somebody who's just found out their terminal cancer went into remission. It's kind of like that, holy shit, I have never felt so alive before in my life, when I thought everything was going to come apart, and it didn't come apart. But because you never leave that humility behind, it's like the wine has never tasted so good. So everything is very heightened for you now. Trust in divine detours. Take them. You know, if something comes up, you're just gonna shoot your shot, you know, and take it and see if it hits the target, see where it lands. I don't even think that you're aiming for a target right now as much as aiming for an experience and experience of the chance, right? Koi fish, there is always enough. There's a lot of detours that are coming. There's a lot of like twists and turns. The thing is, you're so open that, or remaining open is really going to make them into an adventure instead of a problem. Just diving in. Where are you guys going? There is always enough. Trust in divine detours. Trust the great mystery. Life is speeding up. Watch and wait. So we have so much fucking movement. At the beginning of Pisces season, I think you were still hoping for something. You were still looking back. You were still looking into the past about something, right? And now we've turned a corner, and ultimately you're just not waiting anymore. There's too many opportunities out there in front of you, and you want to dive right into them. And a little bit of, I don't know, sexual exploration might be happening here too, right? Pisces and Sagittarius energy is very flirtatious energy. So it's not about diving into love. It's about diving into possibilities and having fun. That's what it's about diving into. Of course, I'm not talking about everybody to that. I'm not talking about every Leo with that, but there is just that sense of being more experimental and allowing your life to open up in all ways. Ooh, suffering in silence. See, all of this, okay, now I know, thank you, God. So all of this outward movement is to temper the sadness that you feel inside. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think you know. It's not that you don't know that you're suffering. It's not that you don't know that there's pain or there was a reaction to pain. It's that you're not going to let that stop you. And that's why the pain is acting as fuel. Outwardly, people may not see. They just may see you diving into life, right? But ultimately, there is pain going on underneath the surface. There is somebody that is definitely suffering sadly. And you are either that person or you are acutely aware of that pain. And you continue to think of them. Are they going to call me? Are they going to reach out to me? You know where your heart actually belongs. But if it cannot be there, it's going to be everywhere at once. I love this. Remember, maybe you can't keep this going for long, but honestly, this is the week to just trust yourself and let things happen. Ooh, okay. So we have the 6 of harmony. Harmony. So there's definitely somebody that's on your mind, and then emotional withdrawal. Somebody that's on your mind, but ultimately maybe you can't reach them. Maybe you can't talk to them. They've decided to, can we separate for a while? There's a sense of togetherness that you definitely seek, that you definitely desire. You're not lying to yourself about this. You absolutely are certain about this, but you also understand that there's really nothing you could do to force somebody into doing or being where or when you want, right? So ultimately, you're taking some time alone, but you need the wind in your face, and you need the dirt beneath your feet, and you need the experiences. You need life around you to remind you. You need life around you moving at 100 miles an hour to remind you that life is worth living. And ultimately, I just think this is such a beautiful time in your life right now. I really do. It's almost like a second childhood in a way. You know, I don't think that you're going into the world with irreverence or irresponsibility, though. I honestly believe that you are grounded even in your adventurousness. There's just this mentality of, oh God, really needing to be with somebody, really wanting to be with somebody, but not being able to be with somebody, or trying somehow very hard to not think of the wholeness that you felt in the connection to this other person. Or I don't know, it could have been a job, it could have been a partnership. There is definitely something lingering on your mind, and it's maybe, you're crying to yourself at night. That's also its own kind of courage, isn't it? Because you're not denying your emotions. It's like you're learning how to walk and cry at the same time. Like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. Can you chew gum and walk at the same time? It's like you're determined to walk and cry at the same time. That you are going to eat up these emotions. You're going to swim in these emotions. You're going to feel these emotions, and you're going to spit them back out in possibility. And I love that you're taking inspiration from this moment in your life. Or take inspiration from this moment in your life. Because, yeah, I think you will be creating something beautiful doing it. And then we have orphaned. So what's that? That's coming out in your future. Okay, so maybe, no, I'm not going to say this. You're going to eventually come to a point where you're going to have to accept the loneliness that you feel, the sadness that you feel, the disappointment that you feel, or the misunderstood that you feel. This, maybe all of this is an attempt to get somebody to realize who you are, or to get people to see who you really are, instead of, it's almost like in some ways maybe you're trying to prove that you are what somebody needs you to be, when really what you should be doing is just being who you are and allowing yourself to be loved for that. I don't think that you're in a point right now, especially if this is a romantic relationship, where you will I don't think this is a point right now where you will meet anybody. If you're looking. If you're not looking, you're happily married. Forget about it. This is happening in other portions of your life. Happy birthday, Doug Danny. But I do think that you eventually will have to come to terms with the fact that your heart feels empty right now, right? That maybe you miss somebody, or you miss a certain time in your life, or you're missing the intimacy that you used to have with somebody. You're missing that chance that you thought that you guys would have, and ultimately, this is just something that you are trying to distract yourself from. This distracting is definitely a sense. It's definitely inspiration, though, right? There's could be so many great and wonderful things coming from this. Withdrawing from the connection or harmony that you once felt to somebody else, or they've withdrawn from you. Okay, all right. Let me just I'm not gonna guess. Let me consult the cards. Leo. Ooh, Suki, you saw that? It's back flipping. We have a new start is coming, and adjustments are required. Okay, all right. These are moon cards, so they speak to our emotions and our psychic energy. So this is a different time in your life, isn't it? This is definitely, you've crossed the threshold into someplace else, to another chapter of your existence. It is there. It is absolutely there, and you are going. I think that's the primary discomfort here, is that you know that you're going to have to make changes to the way that you've lived. And the problem is, you actually really liked the way that you lived. It was something that you took pride in. It was something that made you happy. And ultimately, maybe these new adjustments are not something that you like, but with your normal flair, there's just a sense, well, I'm going to find the best of it that I can. I'm going to find the best possibilities that I can. A new start is coming, and adjustments are required. One of these days, you're going to have to sit down and just let yourself fucking cry about it. Yeah, it is. And mourn it, suffer it, feel it, let it rip through you, and then inspire everybody else when you get back up the next fucking day and go out there and live life anyway. And that's just who you are, right? That's just who you are. And I love it. You could be, in some ways, finding this time in your life particularly difficult because it reminds you of losing somebody in the past, maybe a while ago, maybe a year cycle ago, or it could just be that's weighing heavy on you now, and you're starting to realize, wow, life has really changed. And it's for the first time in a long time, you actually notice it, you see that you're not including this person in your weekly Friday meetup, or that you know, they haven't been at the last 5 family gatherings. You're starting to see that their name doesn't come on the lists anymore, or that maybe they're out of your Rolodex. You're starting to recognize for the first time since whatever happened, that you've handled with courage and bravery, of course, right? Of course, but you're starting to finally notice that, nothing is ever going to be the same, is it? And I think that is what's really grounding you. That melancholy vulnerability that's making you appreciate the chances that you had in a way that you didn't when you were 15 and took advantage of everything. It's like now you're like, I appreciate everything that I'm entering into, because the finite of it makes it that much more valuable. God damn, Leo. Yeah, you are saying goodbye to something. You are doing it with dignity. You are doing it with grace. You're showing up and looking your best and feeling your best and putting your best foot forward. This isn't just about looks. This is about your attitude, your personality. You're demonstrating and showing the best of who you are, and recognizing that there are things in your past that you have to say goodbye to. This, in some ways, I just heard this, could be having to say goodbye to... no, I won't say it. No, it's not death or anything. We have Virgo. So we have Virgo energy going by yourself, going into a period of introspection, going into a period like when you say goodbye to what you once identified yourself with, or the people you once identified yourself with, you're going into a period of introspection, of, you know, self-reflection, of building who you are from scratch again. And that's kind of when you're trying to accept this loneliness that you now feel. But in some cases, I feel like you decided to walk away. You decided to walk away, and maybe that's why you're not angry about the loneliness, because you knew that you had to do this for you, or you've accepted that somebody else had to do it for themselves. I gotta tell you, holy crap, this is just absolutely beautiful fucking energy. Let's go to tarot. I can't wait to find out. The link is below.